Alright guys, I thought I'd show you what I did. This hose reel from Lowe's, I've had it for quite some time. It's starting to get cranky and it'll reel in a certain amount of weight and then just stop. Now I was going to take it apart. I know there's springs and stuff in there, but I got kind of lazy. I thought it goes in about halfway, and if I couldn't get it fixed anyways, I was going to do what I'm doing here now, and because I wasn't going to buy a new one, because this thing is still good, other than, like I said, it won't always reel it in all the way. So I'm going to show you what I did. So this thing partially reels in, then when it gets about halfway or a little bit more, it stops. So I just put this thing on there so I can crank it in manually, save myself a lot of money, because to get a good one, they're not cheap. And like I said, I've had this for a long time. So I just didn't feel like spending money on a new one. So let me show you what I did. So I just put on what I'd always call a Barney knob. They're calling it a deluxe wheel spinner. And got this at Family Farm and Home. You can buy these anywhere. And they're made to put on a steering wheel, whether it's a tractor, your car, although I wouldn't use them on a tractor like my Kubota or something else like that, but I wouldn't use them in a car. And then they come with the split, so that way you have the top piece here with the knob, then your steering wheel goes in here, then it comes with several different bolt sizes, and I use the second set. So I won't need these because it's going to be mounted to a flat surface. And as it says there, for off-road equipment use only. In fact, I think most states they're illegal to put on a, say, a semi or your car. And then this diagram shows how it's supposed to be done if put on a steering wheel. So I reeled out all the holes so that I had room in here to work. And then found out where I wanted to put that. Then I just simply used a clamp like this to clamp this to the hose reel. That way I was able to then, the next step is to locate where those two holes are for the bolts to drill. The next thing you want to do is use transfer punches. You find the correct size that'll fit in that hole, and then you lightly tap this while it's clamped. And then I use a very small drill bit, I think it was a 3/32 to drill through that so it wouldn't walk, and then use the correct size after that to do a through hole. Now, as you can see, these are not meant to use as a center punch. You just lightly tap it and make an indent. Then you can always follow up with a center punch to get it a little bit deeper. But no shop should be without transfer punches. These things will save your life a lot of times. In cases like this, where it saves you from measuring and gives you the exact location. And then as you can see here, I didn't even use any washers. I drilled it the exact size of the bolt, and then just went through there, bolted it on, and it works great. Now I did forget to say that this piece here, there's a metal plate in there that's formed around this nylon or whatever type material that is, and it is threaded. So that makes this job very simple. Once you go through the through hole that you put in, it's just a matter of coming through here and then going right through the tapped metal plate that's in this piece. Simple, very simple, and it works great. So, and this thing works nice and smooth, and that's my workaround without having to buy a new hose reel and not having to tear this thing apart. So that may work for you guys.